Hello and welcome to FountainFX on Tuesday the 15th of April 2014. We're looking at the Euro-US dollar on the 5-minute chart. This morning, based on the fact that price closed yesterday evening at and near to the low of the day, which was down at the 138.09, took a prediction that price would fall. And so based on this morning at 138.13 we had an area of support. Price pushed up out of it with some momentum to the 138.20. From there it then fell. So we see that we've got a very big bearish red candlestick in the middle of the screen. Off that price went sideways. We then had a spinning top, after which I then chose to sell, and I sold at the 138.15. If we look at the 138.20, I placed my stop above there at the 138.22. So we had a risk of 7 points. If you look here, I'm placing the line here. It shows where the support was, the 138.13. Price broke below that, which was positive, and I ran a trend line from the 138.20 down to the 138.16. So I ran this trend line here. If you can see, I'm typing at the same time, just showing where I placed my sell and my stop. The challenge here was that at the bottom, as price pushed down below the 138.13, pulled back up, and now we're actually seeing this strong bullish candlestick, which can be quite alarming when you've sold not far away from where price is and you would like to see it just fall off a cliff. So let's just see what happens from here. I'm running around, my cursor's running all over the place as I tried to type in and share with you some data. If we look there, we've got a low of the 138.10, and that's how much price pushed down, so it did create a lower low. We're now waiting for it to hopefully roll over and continue in a short direction, but at this point in time we don't know exactly what the market's doing, so we're having to wait for the candlestick to close. And at that point I go phew, because obviously we've got some bearish movement, but then now we've got some bullish back again. So it's a bit of a dilemma that we're going through. When I first started trading, I would have exited at that point. I'd have jumped out, only to then turn and watch the price fall. So it is about being patient, and it's about being assured of your trading style. So with a few here, we see that price starts to fall, and now where price is, we can see it's broken below the previous low. So the low is continuing. Now the key thing is it's broken below this 138.09, which was the low of the previous day. So it shows that price is continuing to push down, which is a very positive sign. In terms of confirmation, we also have the MACD at the bottom, which is showing an increase in downwards momentum. So we are sticking with this trade because it's confirming it. Now what I have done is I've now moved my stop as price has pushed away from this level, moved my stop down to the 138.15. So even though I sold there because of spread, etc., stop is at the 138.15, so it's at my entry, and now it's a free trade, which is awesome because I cannot lose. So it's about minimizing your risk as much as possible. Now the challenge here is that price now is starting to create a pattern, which is a reversal pattern here, where you've got a bearish followed by a bullish candlestick, which engulfs or equals the actual bearish candlestick. So that looks like a reversal. MACD momentum is starting to rise as opposed to continue on down, but it's still a case of wait. We have a trend line which I'm using as I suppose a brick wall, and if price breaks it, then it shows that the momentum has changed from being down to up, and therefore I should get out. So we're still sitting there waiting to get confirmation of what price is doing. Look, and now it's broken through this low, it's continuing to push down, so that's a great confirmation that the trade is still good. And as you can see, I'm now bringing this trend line down to just above this area of resistance, and I've moved my stop down. So my stop is now at 138.07, and that therefore means that I've banked in 8 points of profit. I originally had a risk of 6 points, 7 points. Now I've got a profit of more than my risk, so I'm happy. The trade is continuing to move in my direction. And I've also brought down, if you highlight here, the 1.38, the 138, that's a round figure, that's a significant number, and price has broken through that as well. So it continues to fall, which is good. I have a target of 130. 790. That will bring me in my 20 points of profit for the day, and also good profit margin. But I'm sitting here waiting for price, and I'm reading price action. I'm actually looking at the momentum of price as it continues to push down. So we've had a slight bullish candlestick come off that, and now we're having some bearish downwards momentum, which is positive. MACD is still pushing down, so we're still staying with the trade. If we see the MACD trend lines are pushing down as well, so that's all good. However, that closed up. We can see the long wicks is showing buying pressure. Pressure's pushing up that way. Price has come back up to this trend line, which I have adjusted. Trend line was running at a slightly less downwards angle, but I decided to place it based on the current momentum, which was downwards momentum here. I've then adjusted it again because I'm giving myself a little bit of waggle room. But now what I want to see, because this is now a bearish engulfing pattern, I want to see price push down below this low here. I've moved my stop again, and we're waiting for price to break below this low, which is at the 137.97. We're now getting a bullish candlestick yet again. So price hasn't gone below. Price has actually equaled that. Now what I've chosen to do is, because price then broke back above, price equaled, so it shows the downward momentum is declined. Price pushed back up above this 138, so it's showing price is starting to go sideways. So we've actually got another bullish candlestick. What I was wanting to see was price fall, pull back, fall, pull back, fall, and create a lower low. Now it didn't create a lower low, it created an equal low. So because of that, I've closed my trade at 138.01. So I've actually banked from 138.15 down to 138.01. I banked 14 points of profit, and I'm happy with that. And that's really how I traded the European Open on the Euro US dollar on the 5 minute. I will sit and I will wait and see what price does for the rest of the day. Another reason for getting out is that we could see that overall momentum was very much pushing up on the MACD for the Euro US dollar. And that's it from FountainFX. Thank you very much and happy trading.